Major Slack Videos.
Well, yeah, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back, or if this is your first time, welcome aboard. And this is Borderlands Remastered. This came out yesterday. I would have done this video yesterday, but there was some problems with the PC version and the Steam version, which I'll get to later. Yeah, Borderlands Game of the Year Remastered. Let's take a look at it. And we'll pop the hood and show you everything that is new about this. Well, I will show you everything that I've noticed that is new. If I missed something, post a comment. Let's jump right into the game. This is like, even this is new. And like this whole like interface here, this UI here, this is completely new. You can actually import a character from your old Borderlands. I'd like to, where is that? I saw that somewhere here. Okay, let me just jump into the game. I'm still kind of like learning everything that's new about this. This is the first time, okay, that I have actually been wowed by a remaster, okay? Skyrim Remastered dropped, I was like, yeah, whatever. BioShock Remastered dropped, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Borderlands Remastered, when I first took a look at this, or like what is the real remastered version, I was wowed. I was completely wowed. Just look at this inventory. This is completely different. Check this out. You can now lock weapons or items or junk them just the way you can in Borderlands 2. That is fantastic. And this is all completely different. If you recall, in the original Borderlands, the backpack was over here and the equipped was over here, or even over here. This is all new. What else? Check this out. You can customize. There's more customization options. Where is this? If you go to a new use station, you can actually customize the head of your character. So for example, you could do that. That's pretty good too. Instead of just like the 3 color options that you normally had. Let's go with macaroni cheek. What else? I'd like to find that option where you could import a character. Okay, let's take a look at the options. This is the PC version. I don't recall this having this before. Horizontal scope sensitivity and vertical scope sensitivity. I don't remember that in the original version. Gamepad. I had no idea what's different here. Let me just cycle through this. If anybody is on like Xbox or PS4 can tell me what's different here. I don't use a controller. Video. This is something that a lot of people are going to be really happy about. There is now an FOV slider right in the game. No more tweaking INI files, which didn't work half the time anyways. So you want to like really maximum FOV, just switch it like that. Or if you want it back, the default is 75 if I recall correctly. I'm going to set it at either 90 or 95. I haven't quite decided yet. I think 95 is a little too far for something, yeah. So let's set it at 90. There we go. What else? Video and audio options are now separated. Don't think there's much different here. There's probably some new frame rate locking that's new. Wow. I don't remember there being anti-aliasing in the original Borderlands. And yes, I play with depth of field off. I can't stand it. I should really turn VSync on. This is pretty much the same audio options. Game options. This is where you gotta, I mean, I remember in the original Borderlands there was just 3: training messages, aim assist, and dual request. That's it. Now we got all these new options. Show compass, Show a mini map. There's a mini map, eh? Did you notice that? There is now a mini map. See in the top right corner of the screen? Yeah, mini map.
I'm over here.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, it was just the first three. Show compass, show mini map. So you can turn this stuff off, eh? Let's just check this out. Far out. I want it on, of course. On, rotate minimap, equip item on hold. I love this. I couldn't stand that with the original game where you're like, let's say you're looting, right? And you know there's that option where you just hold down the loot button and you pick up everything automatically. But if there was a weapon amidst everything you were looting, you would automatically equip that weapon, which drove me nuts. I'm so glad they they separated that. That's fantastic. Equip item on hold. Yeah, that definitely. Disable Windows key. I don't know why that would be an option, but yeah. And you know that disable launcher, I'm pretty sure this is only in the PC version, maybe in the console version too, but when you launch the PC version, you get this like little mini screen launch. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. It's kind of like this little mini Borderlands where it's a start game or you got settings and whatnot. I think that's what that does. So I kind of like that actually. Disable startup movies. Is this insane or what? They actually gave this option to us? It's like, you know, who are you, 2K Games? Who are you? What have you done with 2K Games? Kind of think about. Anyways, I'm gonna rant about 2K Games later on. So yeah, before you. So that's different. I think that pretty much covers everything there. Some of these things are unavailable because I'm in Steam offline mode because I want to demonstrate something else. Speedrunners is going to be really ticked off if they're playing on PC version and they're playing in Steam offline mode when you now exit the game. Which is not bad, but when you start the game, check this out. This is what you get. Big long waiting screen. Why are we looking at this? Because it's checking for, I don't know what it's checking for, but it's checking for something that it can't reach in Steam offline mode. If you play with Steam online, you don't get that. So yeah, if you're a speedrunner, which involves a lot of reloading the game all the time, you're going to have to play in online mode all the time. Unless you know of a tweak around that. And if you know of a tweak around that, I would love to know about it. Still looking for that import character option. Here we go. Import character. You can actually import a character from your old Borderlands installation. So that's from my old Borderlands installation. That's fantastic. Yeah, this is gonna drive speedrunners crazy. Okay, let's go back to the game. Okay, looking at the health bar and the ammo counter health bar, the red bar at the bottom left corner of the screen, that's different. The ammo counter bar, the blue bar at the bottom right corner of the screen, that's different. The level progress bar in the center, that's different. The compass is different. The graphics in general are just a lot crisper. Here in Firestone, you get this golden key box, which I can now use. Oh, I got my 75 keys. Okay, I was wondering about that. Yeah, just like Borderlands 2. Let's use one of these. Using this chest will spend one of your golden keys. This cannot be undone. Are you sure you want? Yeah, sure, I got 75 of them. Why not? And you get special weapons. What do we get this time? Yeah, just like Borderlands 1. Or Borderlands 2. Look at these. This is insane. These are game breakers. I probably won't be doing this when I'm doing the walkthrough. Walkthrough? Yes, walkthrough. I'm doing a walkthrough. Definitely. That'll start tomorrow, hopefully. I'm going to have to rework all the walkthrough notes that I had originally because Well, I'll get to that later. Let's take a look at the inventory. As I said, this is completely different. I showed you that before. Yeah, everything is different. Everything's been overhauled. It's just beautiful. Just like much more colorful and a lot of contrast. I love it. It's fantastic. I love the map too. The map is fantastic. Before, Borderlands had this thing where when you tried to move the map by dragging it with the mouse, it would go in the opposite direction. It was like it would be inverted. So if you move the mouse this way, the map would go that way, and vice versa. If you move the map, that's another thing too. Waypoints, I'll get to that. If you move the map down, if you moved your mouse down, the map would move up. They fixed that. Now you can just like drag the map normally, which is great. And custom waypoints. I don't remember this being in the original game. Speaking of waypoints, see that there? See that 83 meters there? That was not in the original game either. Kind of like a waypoint right on in the game, so you can zero in on it. That's great. I love that. I love that. It's fantastic. Where's my custom waypoint? I guess that doesn't show, but you can see it on the compass. What else was there about the map? Oh yeah, hovering over stuff. You get these little tooltip pop-ups. I don't remember that being in the original game either. Yeah, just beautiful. Beautiful. Sorry, I'm gushing over this. Like I said, I have yet to be impressed by a remaster. This is the first time I've seen a remaster where I'm like, wow. Maybe it's because I actually had to pay for it, you know. Yeah, the other remasters they didn't have to pay for. I didn't have to pay for the Skyrim remaster or the BioShock remaster. This one I actually had to pay for. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. What else is there? Pretty much covered everything. The inventory, the map. This is something else I don't remember either. For example, when you're in the mission log, I don't remember having a key where I could just press a key on my keyboard to switch between these. And see how they're highlighted like that?
I'm over here.
And what else was there? When you open up, I think you saw that when I opened up this box here. You can see that. Let's do it again. This goes for any box you open up. And then you hover over the item. See how it's highlighted in yellow? I think that's great. I'm getting a lot of stuff here. I think I still got 73 keys. Yeah, it's mostly in the UI that you can see the most striking changes. And the HUD. Auto pickups. That is fantastic. Let me just play a little bit.
I'm over here. Now that we're done with all that, please follow me and I'll open the gate for you.
All right. Stuff like loot that's on the ground will just automatically fly into your inventory. No loot here, so I can't demonstrate that. Give me to be some loot out there.
You did it! I knew you were the right choice. Oh, the poor little robot needs our help. Would you kindly give him a hand?
Maybe there's some loot over here. Okay, no, there'll be loot out there. Okay, just want to show you this. Yeah, I love that waypoint stuff.
I'm leaking. I'm leaking.
That little robot is hurt. He isn't going to last very long without attention. Why don't you look around for something to fix him up?
Am I leaking?
He seems to be okay. Now is the time to get moving and play your part in the journey to come.
I love that how everything has a kind of a high contrast kind of look to it now. I think that's great. I found that the original Borderlands was a little too washed out for me. Everything is sharp and clear, high contrast. Yeah, let me find the skag pile.
I'll see you in a few.
Here's the skag pile. Watch this. Okay, it's stuff I didn't need. Figures. Anyways, trust me. Here's some more skag piles over here. See, actually, it's happening so fast that... Do you see that? I opened that skag pile and then the bullets just automatically flew right into my inventory. That's insane. I love that. That's fantastic. It's going to speed up things like immensely. Okay, PC version. Here's where the rant starts. Yeah, 2K games. Bad. Bad, bad. Those of you who read my Twitter post, yeah, know how livid I am about this. I've been a loyal Borderlands customer since day one. Way back in 2009 when Borderlands 1 first came out, I went out on the day of release and bought myself a physical copy of Borderlands 1, and I owned it. I've owned it ever since. I still have it. And it is now dead. If you put your original physical copy of Borderlands into your computer, what's going to happen is it's going to require you to, after installing it, you have to do what's known as some kind of like release notification. And if you try to do that, it will no longer do that. It's like, it's dead. I think you could send away to 2K Games and try to get it activated like manually, but I don't think they're going to do it. Reason being is that if you have Steam, all right, and you have a physical copy of Borderlands, there was this thing called the Borderlands granting tool, which allowed you up until about 2 weeks ago or maybe a week ago to convert your physical copy of Borderlands into a Steam version for free. And they removed the Borderlands granting tool about a week ago. Gee, I wonder why. In preparation for this Borderlands Remastered. So as a result, like I said, my Borderlands and everyone else's physical copy of Borderlands is now dead. Rest in peace, original physical copy of Borderlands. And in order to get the remastered version, you have to buy a Steam version. Now, if you buy it like the original Borderlands on Steam before the remaster came out, you got the remastered update for free. If you didn't, then you're gonna have to like buy it. It's called Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. And if you have the presence of mind to buy it before they released the remastered version, it was actually a little cheaper. And I did do that, so I saved myself about $10. Now, when they dropped the Borderlands Remastered yesterday, I think it was 1 o'clock Eastern on Steam, what happened was your original Borderlands Steam installation got automatically updated to Borderlands GOTY Game of the Year. Now, a lot of us, many of us, there's a Reddit post about this, I'll put a link in the video description. A lot of us thought that was the remastered version, but it's not. And I'm sure most of us who thought that it was the remastered version, we did so because we used the favorites option in Steam, where you can list your favorite games. You can like designate certain games as favorite, and they get listed at the top of your games list. So what happened is the actual remastered version is called Borderlands GOTY Enhanced, and it's a separate installation. So if you're looking at your Borderlands GOTY, which got updated yesterday, thinking, Where's the updates? Where's the new custom configurations? Where's all the stuff I thought they were gonna add? It's because you don't actually have the remastered version installed. You got to look carefully in your Steam library list of games for a game called Borderlands GOTY Enhanced. That's the remastered version, and install that, and then you'll have everything that you see me running here. Okay, so that's another thing. Yeah, kind of like a lot of confusion about the way that went down, and many of us were going, "What? Wait a minute, is this the remastered version? I don't see much different, you know. I got all the DLCs for free, but you know, as far as anything else, you know." So that's about it. I'm doing a walkthrough, definitely. First video is probably going to be tomorrow. I'm going to have to run through the game, or like run through as much of the game as I can to see what else is different. One thing I noticed, I wonder if I can do this right now. This is why I suspect a lot of other things are going to be different too. If you go right back to the beginning, there's a chest that you can get. Everybody knows this chest. Right at the beginning, right after you first meet Claptrap, there's this kind of like this building, and on the roof of that building there's a red chest. I noticed it's a hell of a lot harder to get on top of the roof now. I know this because I was playing the original Borderlands extensively before the remastered version came out. That building right there, you see there's a chest up there. Typically what you do, see this thing right here, this is completely changed. This kind of used to be just like a square box, and it was a little higher. Not that this makes much difference. Then you jump over here and then use this to get on top of the roof. Now this is practically impossible. This used to be so easy. What you just usually just went over to this end here and you could get up there no problem. Now it's like you really got to spam the jump button to get up here. I'm surprised I managed to do it so easy, but yeah, it's a big difference. I'm kind of wondering what else in the game is changed like that, because yeah, check this out. Supposed to be new weapons too. I've already seen new weapons in what I've played so far. Yeah, so I'm wondering what else, because this here is completely changed. It's kind of like a generator now. Before, if you recall, it was just a box. So I'm sure there's lots of other changes like that in the game, and I have no idea what kind of impact that's going to have on the gameplay. You just have to play through the whole game extensively. And that's pretty much everything I can think of. I'm impressed. I think it was worth the $26 Canadian I spent for having to buy Borderlands again. I'm sorry, 2K Games, I don't usually do this, but that was a real dick move that you did, killing our physical copy like that and taking away the Borderlands granting tool. I don't know who did that. I don't know if it's Steam did that, or you did that, or it was a collaboration between you and Steam, but whomever was responsible for that, that was a real dick move. Because you forced me, a loyal customer, and many other loyal customers, to buy Borderlands twice. Seriously. Dick move. Okay, rant over. Okay, so that's it. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and walkthrough starts tomorrow. All right, see you then.